St. Louis, the gateway to the West, is now the gateway to the best.
Swing and get up, baby! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Home
The game is over. The series is over. The wait is over.
What's a happening, nerds? This is John, nerding out with cards, and honestly, like, this video's just gonna be whatever. Earlier tonight, the class of 2026 Blues Hall of Fame were officially inducted tonight. And, you know, I have my Blues Hall of Fame collection. So, congratulations to Al Arbor. Barrett Jackman. And Alex Steen. So, really cool stuff. You know, awesome that those players in Blues history were recognized. And as far as my card collection goes, I'm very much looking forward to the next ballot. And if you remember from my goals video, you know, I'm not only going to get the cards of the players who get inducted, but I'm also going to get the cards of the players who are nominated. So I'm looking forward to that next ballot. Beyond that, I'm going to do another video where I'll show these cards more in depth, but being a card carrying member of the Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum, I got an email this past week that they're going to be doing a 2006 World Series championship display or something of the sort. And because I'm a member, you know, I get to, I guess, get like an early showing or something. And it just so happens that the timing works out. I'm going to be able to go to this thing. And there's going to be another one of our YouTube friends that gets to go too. I'll let him talk about that himself. I'm not going to get too in depth with it, but you might wonder, yeah, I think I'm going to nerd out. And this video is going to be a whole like hodgepodge of whatever. There's not really a whole theme or point to it. It's just because I want to. Earlier today, I was watching Collecting Nolan, a big time Nolan Ryan collector. One of my favorite channels, especially when it comes to super collecting a player. And you know, I just did a video on artist proofs, and earlier today I was watching his video from this past weekend where he was showing 1994 Upper Deck Nolan Ryan cards, and he showed the collector's choice for Nolan, naturally. And I thought it was just really neat that I got the Ozzy from it. This is the gold signature variant from that set. And of course, like 95, 96 got super difficult. I'm missing a couple of the 96s, but anyway. But one of the really cool things is, I think it's been mentioned on other channels, but there's this Discord going on for, you know, us YouTube content creators. And so we got to do some chats with some of those guys. And actually, oh, there we go. I got it. You might be wondering, John, why are you busting out a Swiss Army knife? Anyway, I was on this one chat with there was like 6 or 7 of us, and Jake at Legends Never Die, he was on that channel, and he's got that series that he does with Dom, Savin's cards, and it's cracking Cooperstown, and they're very passionate about Cooperstown, which I am not. But one of the things is that they do on their videos is where they, Jake, what he'll do is he'll like crack cards out of slabs. And so anyway, I was on a chat with several of these guys. Jake was there, and I need to do another penny sleever order just because I like their one touches so much better. But anyway, what I did was I cracked out my Stan the Man 1948 Bowman rookie card on that video or chat, whatever you want to call it. Nothing but the card. I don't need SGC to assign it a number. I mean, it was a 1. Whatever. You know what I mean? So anyway, got me thinking there's other cards I have that, hell, they don't need to be in slabs either. And what better place to do it than here on one of my videos? Some of these are significantly more difficult than SGC. Let's just put it that way. As you can hear. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. This happens to be a Beckett slab. And these things are freaking tanks. I mean, people want to talk about the sleeves and taking away from the appearance of the card. In my experience, God bless America, right? Protecting a card, I don't think there's anybody that does it better. So this sleeve, because it's like laser welded on all 4 sides, but my 1993 Cooperstown card, the first Dufex series, and I wish I could show it to you guys on, without the sleeve around it, but I'll deal with that later. Absolutely amazing card. There's only 1,000 copies made. Why does it need to be graded? There's only 1,000. And this is 1,000 cards made in 1993. You know what I'm saying? The next card, I got 4 cards I'm going to crack out because, again, for me, it's like, what is the damn point in these cards being slabbed? So, I'm going to go ahead and crack this out. That one I had a sleeve around, so there wasn't as much, theatrics. And if you don't like this kind of stuff, that's fine. I'm sure you already clicked out and unsubscribed, but I don't care. This happened to be a PSA slab, so you know. But at the same time, check this out. Oh man, my lighting sucks. But this is a 1993 finest Ozzie Smith refractor. And sure, you can bitch about the centering and whatnot, but there's only 241 of these made. Why the hell does it need to be graded? Well, guess what, folks? It doesn't. I'm sure, I'm already looking at the surface. There's some scratches. Don't care. I am one of the very, very few fortunate owners of that card. So now, it's funny. I did a grading video. God bless these Beckett slabs. People want to bitch and moan about them, but God bless America. They protect a card. But anyway, I did that grading video, and the significant card of that video was actually this. And I think it should have graded higher. But it didn't. So I'm cracking it out. I'm not going to resubmit it. But it's the 2001 Topps Albert Pujols traded rookie card. And I'll get it out of this sleeve later. But it's my grandmother bought this for me in 2002. Beckett wants to say it's an 8.5. Who knows what PSA might say it is? And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter. And so you could go on eBay any day of the week and get a 9, get a 9.5 if the grade matters. And for me, it just doesn't matter. And so it's like, if I could get a higher graded card any day of the week, why do I have this one graded? That's an excellent question. And so obviously you can see that I just don't want it graded. I'm on a roll. So I'm just going to keep on going. Crack one. I don't know, maybe 2 more slabs. I don't know. See what I feel like doing. This card, whew, man, I love this card. And what's funny is getting this card graded actually helped me get this card cheaper. And that's because I got it at an 8. And it was cheaper than the ungraded copies. And you're going to see me show this card off so many times. God, these slabs. Jesus. And that is the 2001 Albert Pujols Ichiro Topps Chrome Rookie of the Year card. It's a rookie theme card. I don't consider this an actual rookie card of either of the two players. But it is up for, it will be on the ballot for the Baseball Card Hall of Fame that Ray from Philly does. And so I bought this card specifically for that. because how can I vote for it if I don't have it? So I bought this card specifically for that. And like I said, buying it in an 8 was cheaper than buying it ungraded. Everybody else wants to play the lottery and hope to get a higher graded card. So the whole if you were to sell it, I bet you I could sell it for more ungraded than I would if it was graded. So I figure I'm on a roll. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna grab another card. Because why the hell was this graded? I'll tell you right now, walking on broken slabs is like walking on Legos. Holy shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just crack this one out too. Because I don't care. I need to buy some more one touches to put these cards in. But, that's fine with me. But this card, it's funny. I originally graded this card thinking I was going to sell it. And then it didn't come back as graded that I thought it would get and what have you. Boom. Stupid slabs. Anyway. Again, it was a Beckett slab. So I'll get it out of this sleeve when I get it out. But this Travis Kelce 2013 Topps Legends Gold. And here's the thing. There's only 99 of these. Why the hell do I need to have it graded? Whatever. So, it's funny. Like I said, I originally graded this to sell it, right? Because grading just matters over everything. But it was one of those weird things. I was selling it. I wanted to sell it to get a card. And that's not abnormal for anybody. But now I have the card that I was going to sell this for. So it's like, I just never ended up selling it, of course, because it's still in my hand. I have the card that I wanted, that I would have bought had I sold it. So, but this got a really cool story behind the acquisition, where it's at now, all those things. But yeah, I need to buy some more one touches, and that's fine. But it's funny because these cards just don't matter as far as grading goes in my mind. If you followed me for any length of time, grading, I just don't think is that important. Some of these are very scarce cards, so why do they need to be graded? Other ones, it's like, well, I think grading detracts from the cards. That's the conclusion I came to for my 48 Musial. And so for these two cards, that's my thought process behind those two. And then the scarcity of these cards, I just don't think they need to be graded. 1,099, 241 copies. I mean, you can't just get these every day. So, whatever. But beyond that, I mean, I was kind of taken aback and pleasantly surprised. My last Ozzie Smith weekend video, and I was showing these artist proof cards. And I received several comments from people that they had never seen those before, never heard of those before. And that took me by surprise. mean, I know there's a large contingent of exclusive vintage collectors, but I didn't think I was showing anything that was new. Yeah, of course, these cards aren't new. They were from the 90s. But I didn't think I was going to be showing cards that people are like, oh, I didn't know about that, or I forgot about that, or, you know, what have you. So I thought that was pretty cool. An unintended positive side effect or unintended consequence from showing those cards. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I got to do a chat with Adam over at Pinson to Flood. I got another upcoming chat with him and Rob over at Buck 6. Another upcoming chat with Collecting Nolan. Russ over there. That one is going to be, I think, really, really cool. Just because there's been questions I've been meaning to ask him for quite a while. I was watching his channel before I started my own. Months before I started my own. And as a matter of fact, he's one of those guys, being a super collector, that helped inspire me to want to show my Ozzie Smith cards. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. But I don't know. I just wanted to do a video tonight, and you know, like I said, there's some YouTube community stuff involved with it. You know, getting to talk to people, showing cards, all that good stuff. I'm gonna pick out some cards here to show at the end to really kind of highlight this extravaganza or randomness of this video. And actually, you know what, this one I think will work out better. But yeah, this is how I'm nerding out. Talking about random stuff, you know, reflecting on other people's videos, and you know, just cracking some slabs. You know, I guess it would make more sense. You know, I had those blues cards at the beginning, but I don't know. It's just a random video. You know, you can't take yourself, can't take your channel, can't take any of this too serious. And I just wanted to, I don't know, do some stuff. I mean, look at all this plastic. Look at all that plastic. And there's more, you know. Do this for theatrics. But anyway, y'all nerd your own way.